My guest today is Mr. Busari Olatunji. Busari is a teacher of English language and education officer at Oyo State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Mr. Busari, welcome to Personal Tech.
The issue of examination malpractice, as I've mentioned, I want to identify two major sources. One, the parents.
Okay.
Two, the examination bodies. Some of the parents are ready to spend anything to make sure that their child or ward pass an examination. You understand?
Okay.
They go from one pillar to pole, enforcing the school. My child must pass. But even if you go to secondary and primary schools after the promotion exam and discover that some students or pupils fail, the parents, the mother or the father will speak up. Please, what can you do? I'm ready to do anything to make sure that my child or my ward is promoted. Why? Is it a crime to repeat a class? That is on the part of the parents, forgetting that they themselves are ruining their own future. Not only their children, their own too. That is that. Now, the second source, as I've said, is traced to the examination body. It has been a great dismay to me for the past 10 years or more, that when during WAEC or NECO examination, you still have the answer of the questions on phone.
Being leaked out before
the exam. Now, the big question is, how come? How come? Before a question can be leaked, it must have the connection of one of the people working at that examination, in that examination office. That is the reality. The examination bodies to have to check themselves. They check the people they employ, people working with them, how they keep their examination materials without smoke. They say they are fire. That is it. They have their enemies within them, because I see these people as the enemy of that. So they have to go back. I'm talking about any examination body in this country. And if at all we want to do anything about examination, we have to start from that place. Yes. If not for the effort of a stranger, of an insider, it is difficult for an outsider to come and identify the burial ground of a blind subject. Is it possible? They are there. The saboteurs are there among those who are employed by the examination body. The WAEC that sets questions, the same WAEC will put the question and the answer on the phone. How come? Dito NECO, Dito NAPTEC. What are we saying? And that is examination malpractice of the highest order. You see? I even heard that nowadays they are manipulating JAM. I don't know, I've been hearing of it. I don't know.
I also heard about one meeting.
I don't know. And that is why you see most of reputable schools, universities, they did not recognize, they have less recognition for WAEC and NECO results, and even JAM. And that's why the idea of this post-JAM is a good idea. It's a welcomed idea. The schools like Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ibadan, Unilag, and some other reputable universities, they disregard because they know what transpires in the society. So I think those are the two sources. My child must pass. My word must pass. They spend a lot to make sure the child is up. But that child no work. And when the funny thing is that most of these students that have been posed by hook or crook means have been pushed out of the university against that. But they will not be fit.
So the orientation is also important for.
Yes, it is a pity that those who are supposed to orientate the parents are even the examination body. That it's part of that. They have to come back. White House has to come outside. NECWA, you parents, stop this. If you see any teacher demanding for anything for your child to pass, forget. This is what we do in our clinic. Whoever. I think that will go a long way. Orientation, enlightenment from the examination bodies to the society. Yes. It is not the duty of the teacher. You shouldn't expect the teacher. The only thing the teacher will have to do is to make sure the right knowledge is complete. And in the aspect of discipline, let the pupil or the student know that exam malpractice is nothing good for their future. That it can never do them any good in the future.
Let's talk about students now. Are you comfortable with the kind of students who produce nowadays? We have many excellent ones actually, but there are also many, let me say, they are beautiful ones.
So some excellence, as you have said, are questionable.
Okay.
Remember, we have discussed something prior to this based on exam malpractice. That's why when you talk about excellence, what did you use to measure that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. The only excellence you can talk about are the real ones. Those who really undergo through knowledge, not the hook and crook one, not the manipulative one, not those who if you ask a student or a candidate now, and you are cautioned to see his or her results, and you find out that the student or the candidate has about 6A and 3B, what will you call such a student? Excellent. Did you know how the student or the candidate got that result? And that is why I've said that when you are talking about excellence, some are questioning. Some are questioning. Do you understand? Some are questioning. The one who is able to sneak into the exam hall with smartphone to cheat. You see, the one who the teacher will have to go and drop some materials for during the exam. You see, the one who they did not sit for the exam at all, and the result came out and given to him. You see the excellence we are talking about. So, did you understand? Yes. So that is when we are talking about the students, what inspired me about their attitude nowadays. You see, the society is already polluted. These students or pupils we are talking about, remember, each of them comes from a house, from a family. What type of house? What type of family? Is it a broken one? Do you understand? Okay. Is it from home that is, where the father and the mother are incompatible, or how do they put that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, if a child comes from a home that is faulty, lots of fault is already in the life of that child. Fault. If a child comes from a good home, you don't need to touch life before you know. And That is what we have in every school now. And that's why if a child behaves somehow, the first thing you have to do is to trace such a child back home. You know the type of home he or she is from. So, and coming back to school, the attitude of students nowadays is learning is terrorism.
Okay.
They are exposed, they are civilized unnecessarily. And what are they exposed? They are exposed to the technology development. They are exposed to money. Money. You see a primary one pupil now, he or she will not have any of that money. And I want to know, I want to make million, I want to build a house, I want to build mountain, I want to buy flashy car. So as a result, they are unable to concentrate maximally to learn. Also, a poor teacher, nothing to them. There's no more respect for the teacher. And this is very damaging. It cannot be left out in teaching. There should be respect and fear from the duties of students to the teacher. So the reverse happens to be the case. I remember when I was in primary school, whenever any of our parents see any teacher like this, they see them and thank God. They see them and thank God. They worship them because they so much have respect for the teacher. If my parents to have respect for the teacher, who am I as a child? And nowadays, you see parents coming to school to beat up the teacher and do all this kind of harassment. All because the teacher helped you in discipline. So that is where we find ourselves.
So any solution is like?
Well, of course. The solution is that every stakeholder in this education sector, they will have to wake up from their slumber towards discharging their own expected duties. Let me start from the government. The government, through the Ministry of Education, to write their duties and responsibilities. Do you understand?
Yes.
The government to make sure that the teachers are well remunerated. The government should see to the improvement of the standard of living. They should see to the provision of necessary material. Okay. You understand?
Okay.
The parents too to help the students, the school. They help them in the sense that they impart the rightful knowledge into their children. They should respect the teacher, to stop portraying teachers as bad people in presence of their children or what. The teachers do have their own to do. They should at all costs remain local parental parents to the students. They should be more exemplary. They should be role models. You should see them as themselves as mirror, which these students use to see themselves. It is true that the children too and the pupils will be able to define the future, the life they want to live in the future. So those three, if they can all gear up to their responsibility, there will be improvement in education sector.
Okay, good. Since you are a teacher of English language, I would like to ask about those parents who enforce their children to speak English.
See, if by the time we are identifying the problem we have in this society, one of the problems I always identify is that of the embracement of the Western culture, detrimental to our own culture. English language is a second language, L2. Yes. And it is being imposed on us by our colonial, detrimental to our own culture. These set of parents who are enforcing English language on, what type of English do they speak? What I've witnessed a lot, even among the teachers, forgetting that the best way for you to acquire another language easily is for you to acquire your own mother tongue. If the pupils and students are allowed to speak their own mother tongue thoroughly as expected, it will enhance them to acquire and to speak other language fluently without error. Because this is their mother language. That is their L1. I remember, I think Professor Ayobanjo once propounded an experiment. Professor Ayobanjo had 40 students. He divided the 40 students into two. The group A, 20. Group B, 20 students. Group A, he taught them the same topic in chemistry with their mother tongue, which is Yoruba. Group B, the same Professor Ayobanjo taught them the same topic on chemistry with the English language. He later conducted tests for them jointly. Believe me, those who were taught with Yoruba language were able to perform better than those who were taught with English language.
The power of mother tongue.
Under the same roof, by the same teacher, with the same question. I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it pains me when I see, even among those who we think are educationists, they call Yoruba language a vernacular. It's bad. It's absurd. If you understand Yoruba language fluently, there is no English you will not be able to speak very well. It helps me as you see me. Yes, we call it your mother tongue. It is a language. Language by birth. Let me put it. Do you understand? The language that you've been acquiring right from when you are in the womb. You now can get into the world and say such a language is no more. This language is inside the air you breathe, the water you drink, the breath you have been fed with, everything you consume. The language is already there. What are we saying? All of a sudden you just say, oh, such a language is no more relevant. So and the funny thing is that nowadays the Americans are coming to this Nigeria to learn Yoruba language. Most of these countries, they are now learning Yoruba language. We, the owners, we now see it as a vernacular. Not a shame.
So let's talk about you now. What do you do when nothing excites you?
When nothing excites me, I engage myself. I may decide to take a novel or any book and read. I may decide to take my smartphone, I scroll and read some articles and something. At times I may decide to to my bed and relax.
Okay.
So,
why are you passionate about what you do?
because before I ever think of doing something, I must have thought of all the pro and the con. Yes, I must have dot my I's and cross my T's. So I don't do things and later regret it.
Okay. What do people misunderstand most about you?
What they misunderstand most about me is reality. Because I can call myself a realist. I'm not an idealist. I always believe in what I can see and what I can prove. So you can't tell me something that is in abstract. I want you to show it and prove it. So this, helps me in, think beyond. Think beyond. You can hardly convince me in what I don't. That is it.
What challenge in your life shaped you the most?
Challenge? Well, is that I got married, like I say, late. Yes, that's the only thing. In reality.
Okay. Sometimes job gets tiring. What do you do in this kind of situation?
Job gets tiring. I relax. I go home, I discuss with my family. I love being in the midst of my family. Gisting with them, sharing stories with them, playing with them.
Okay.
So,
what have you learned from being in this profession that people should know?
I've learned that teaching is, if properly handled, is an architect of people's lives. Through your teaching, your dressing, the way you speak, the way you guide and counsel them, you try to design a better future. That's just it. See, I said this the other time. I've been in this teaching, like from 1997, and to the glory of God, I've come across most of my students. And whenever I see them, the way they hire me, the way they, honor me, respect me, it gives me joy. Yes, it gives me joy. And apart from that, I have been seeing it in the lives of my children. Yes, I've been seeing it in the lives of my children.
As we close, what is your advice for young people?
My advice for them is not far-fetched, that they should be patient. They should not rush the money. They should make good use of the technological development. They should always make sure that their attitude towards learning is positive. They should shun any social practice, such as exam malpractice, robbery, bullying, autism, and all other factors in their life.
This is where we will end the show today. Mr. Busari Olatunji, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure.
I am Abdullateef. Next time, stay close.